Hi guys. So I was just on the New York Post and I saw that Prince Harry and the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan, have bought a new home in Portugal, you guys. I'm sure you all have heard of that. In fact, I think it was one of my regular um, subscribers named Lakiva, thank you, Lakiva, mentioned it in one of her comments. And of course, I couldn't get to it immediately because my day has been a bit complicated. But I am now just sort of closing out the day with that they have bought a new home in Portugal. I wonder, I mean, if it's any of my business, why Portugal? But apparently, a lot of, very affluent people buy homes in Portugal, especially non-Europeans, because then it's sort of a gateway to Europe because they can get a special a residency visa to live in the country once they buy, like property over a certain amount and things like that. Plus, there are lots of tax incentives, the weather, cost of living, etc. Many, many reasons why affluent people like Harry and Meghan are moving to Portugal in droves. A lot of people are moving to Portugal, even from France and other places, right? They move to Portugal. So it's really fascinating, and I'm like, wow. So it says here that of course they're going into that whole thing with Frogmore Cottage. Apparently, Eugenie and her husband Jack Brooksbank. Well, I have to say I'm really not keen on, whichever one it was who hugged Piers Morgan that time, whether it was Eugenie or Beatrice. But I was done with the two of them after that. But evidently, Harry and Meghan are still, close with them. And, they have been very supportive of Harry and Meghan throughout, these past several years. And they are moving to be closer to them. And so, whatever. But yeah, very, 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 very intriguing. I think, look, I mean, Europe is pretty cool. It's cool. Europe is cool. It's a nice area of the world to settle down, especially if you have money, but it's also a great area to settle down when you don't have money because the, you can have a higher standard of living for less money than say in America where you just need a lot of money in America to have a high standard of living, because things are very, very expensive, you know what I mean? But in Europe, things, I don't know, I think things can be more affordable somehow. And even if you don't have a lot of money, which obviously is not going to be Harry and Meghan's case, but even when you don't, it's still doable. It's still manageable. What does it say here? It says the pair who recently celebrated their 6-year wedding anniversary own a property in the that would be the Eugenie. Okay, never mind. Brooke Springs, 38, works for Costa Terra. Okay, well, whatever. Like I said, I'm not keen on that aspect, but then again, what do I really know, right? What do I really know? I don't know. I mean, can you imagine this is where this was too good for Harry and Meghan, or I guess for Meghan. I don't think they cared that Harry lived there or Eugenie or Beatrice or Prince Andrew or anybody. They didn't want Meghan there. It was like, oh, British taxpayers this and British taxpayers that. I mean, look at this place. They worked so hard to find this place. And it's on the grounds of a burial ground, for God's sake. I mean, on top of everything else. And it's too good. And the name of it, Frogmore Cottage. I never even liked the name Frogmore Cottage. You know what I'm saying? And it was too good for Meghan. It was too good for Meghan. It was like they were going to come to, the world was going to come to an end if she stayed in Frogmore Cottage. And she laughed, and they never got over it. So, anyway, it says here it's not clear whether Prince Harry and Meghan's new home is within the Costa confines. The purchase of a Portugal home may allow the pair to acquire a golden visa, which could grant them visa free access to the European Union Schengen area. Okay, so yeah, Harry and Meghan have bought some real estate, you guys. That's really exciting, right? That's really, really exciting. So I guess we're going to be seeing some really great content coming out of that situation. And even with the kids, the kids will get to explore their European side as well from Portugal. So they have their American side in Montecito and the European side in Portugal. Hey, look, sounds good to me. It sounds really exciting, and I can't wait for the content. Anyway, that's all for this one. I'm going to wrap up. Today was a very complicated day, you guys. So I'm going to wrap up for today. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.